When I became the librarian at Chugiak High School in 2004, I found 20 colorful iMacs within my domain. The computers were too few, had too little memory, and the school had insufficient bandwidth. They were the source of my technology woes at that time. In 2012, my library has 32 new computers that work well, but tech-savvy teens and popular social media tools have created new challenges at CHS. In the past few years, I've added new words to my vocabulary to describe these new concerns: sexting, cyber ethics, and cyberbullying, to name a few. And the ethical challenges that accompany these new concerns do not fit neatly into long-established rules of conduct, thus creating conceptual muddles and policy vacuums, as described by James Moore in 2005. Combine the confusion about rules with teens who do not always consider the possible consequences of their thoughtless actions, and we see headlines such as these and these. What can I do to help my students handle these modern ethical challenges? I could encourage my school to create new policy that would clearly address current issues. It would take time, but following Moore's theory of just consequentialism, a committee could come together to deliberate over various policies from an impartial point of view to determine if they meet criteria for being ethical. Moore said that policy is ethical if it does not cause unnecessary harms to individuals and groups and it supports individual rights. The second part of Moore's plan involves selecting the best policy from the set of just policies by carefully weighing between the good and bad consequences. But what can I do starting now to protect my students and equip them to make good choices in the future? I can establish a culture of proper use by taking advantage of every teachable moment, by reinforcing proper behavior, by modeling appropriate behavior, and by drawing parallels between the real world and the electronic world.